Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your general manager, Silas Creed. As we all know, there have been a few issues going on within the company, not just on War, but on every other show owned by us. So, let's cut to the chase, shall we? Tiago Santos. So, you think you can just go and jump everybody all because you don't get a title shot? Brother, everybody here has earned their shot. You haven't. Because all I see in you right now is somebody who's hell-bent on bloodshed. When you can finally show me you are ready, I'll give you it. But for now, you're getting nothing. Yes, you heard it here, folks. I'm your general manager, Silas Creed. Welcome to War. Sorry about that. I just had to quickly address some problems within the company. But let's get our matches officially started. Okay, so entering up first is someone we have seen here in the War Arena. By the way, we have a new arena. Well, it's not permanent. It will return to normal next week. Anyway, so, some things to know about none other than Fallen Angel. He has been on War, I believe, every single episode. He has made at least an appearance with him cutting a promo on the very first episode after another competitor in this match took the same title that he is battling. So, Nick Angel, he has been trying to get himself some kind of gold back, whether that be the the light heavyweight title, or the intercontinental heavyweight. But he seems to have no luck. And if we cut to last week, we originally were supposed to have a hardcore match, but it did end up getting canceled due to him coming out and beating the hell out of Jacob. So we had to replace it real quick with him taking the spot from Jacob. So it became Nick Angel versus Primetime Powell in an Extreme match. So I decided to use my powers as a general manager and make it so they face off in a match I'm telling I had to face this. I was tired of the bullshit and said, you know what? It's time. So, we are getting another triple threat deathmatch between Nick Angel, Primetime Powell, and Jacob the Cure for the SUW World Hardcore Championship. That's pretty much all I can say about Nick Angel, so
it's how I felt. It's one way down. Welcome to hell. Fallen angel, wings made of steel. I don't forget, I don't kneel. You cross the line, now feel the spell. You just punched your ticket to hell. To hell. I'll send you down to hell. Myself.
next up is the dude that was supposed to face Jacob last week for the title, but plans did have to change. That being none other than Primetime Powell. He was originally a War Champion until Vince Six took the belt off him. Then, also, speaking of which, last week we had Lockdown, and it was pretty epic. So, you're probably wondering, how did that go? Well, Vince Six is now a 3-time champion. As you all know, we have a partnership with Korean Dynasty Wrestling. He is their brass knuckle champion. He is the War Championship, and he also just became the World Heavyweight Championship in the inaugural So at this point, he's turning into Mercedes. But enough on that. Now finally, none other than your SUW World Hardcore Championship, Jacob the Cure, this time with a newcomer accompanying him, Lilith Vane. Her and Jacob met at one of Jacob's indie shows before he signed with SUW. She did some wrestling herself, but moved on to managing. See, she's the kind that believes in supernatural, such as ghosts, witches, ghouls, you name it, it's there. But then, right as she saw Jacob and all that he was doing, she felt she wanted to form a partnership. So, one night after a show at a house event, she got backstage and talked with him. They talked it over, and he's been trying to talk with me and Andre, the general manager of Ground Zero, about getting her in, and she has officially made her debut here now. So expect to see her more. But then also, I hear they're going to be accompanied by a newcomer tonight in another match. They're going to be accompanying someone later tonight. I don't know who. Just kidding, I do. But you'll have to wait to see who it is. But yeah, Jacob and Lilith, with this newcomer, I'm not going to say much, have formed a group called the Black Remedy. More when they come out. So, you all know the rules of a triple threat deathmatch. After all, we had one literally 2 weeks ago. That being none other than Primetime Powell. I forgot the other two. Hacksaw, and then I believe Tony TNT Tucker. Don't quote me on that last one. But, you know the rules. Falls count anywhere. You can only win by knockout. No submission, no pinfall. There's no disqualification. So, anyway, it's time now. I get back to commentating the match. Nick Angel picking up Primetime, slamming him down as Jacob gets back up. Jacob tries to go for a kick, but Nick Angel reverses right onto him. Nick Angel with a super kick right to Jacob as Primetime grabs him, sets him up, knee to the face of Nick. Now while Primetime stomps that while Jacob gets back up. Primetime now using the ropes, knee right to the gut. Jacob watching on right now, as now he takes out Primetime and starts stomping on Nick. Now taking out by kicking his gut with a sweep of the legs from Primetime now. Primetime now as Nick Angel and Primetime are focused while Jacob just watches on. Now as Nick takes him down, Jacob's kicked right to the chin, I guess. Tries to go for a Superman punch but fails. Nick Angel now focuses his direction on Primetime, but Primetime picks him up and slams him down. Jacob tries to go for a jump attack, I believe, but fails as Primetime hits him with a neck breaker. Nick Angel now getting back up, Primetime taking his lead on his offense, but Jacob right now, all three men up right now with Lilith climbing onto the ring game to disengage off. Jacob right into the corner, owes to kick, tries to reverse but gets failed as Primetime reverses Jacob's reversal into the corner. On Nick Angel now, backbreaker right to Primetime with a, I don't even know, drop to the back of the head, I'm guessing. Anyway, Jacob now setting up, fails a kick to Primetime now while Primetime focuses his attention on Nick. But Jacob grabs Primetime and starts pushing, kick right to the face. Now we have Jacob knee to the face of Primetime, while Nick now kicks him, setting him up for a powerbomb, as now he grabs him and hits him with an electric chair right into the turnbuckle. Now while Jacob's down in the corner, Primetime picks up Nick Angel and drops him down now, while he's hyping up the crowd, letting everybody know he plans on winning it. As he hits him with a moonsault while Jacob's looking for a weapon on the ring. Jacob grabs a kendo stick, I believe. Or that could be a light tube. Hard to tell. That could be a light tube or a kendo stick. Don't know. Jacob now gets back into the ring, but Primetime immediately drop kick to the face. Now, while Primetime grabs him and brings him over to the ropes. Now, while cameras are flashing, gets tossed. Primetime hits and flips with a cutter right to Jacob now. While Nick Angel hits a Superman punch from the middle rope right on Primetime. They'll try to go back onto the ring side of the ropes, but failed again. Primetime now tossing Nick into the corner. And I just realized turnbuckle got removed here. While Nick Angel now gets tossed into the corner without a turnbuckle, while Primetime takes Jacob down. While now Primetime staring at Nick Angel now, while Jacob's just blocking their way. Now Nick Angel tosses Primetime into the corner while he goes off. And now they're double teaming up on Jacob. Now, Nick Angel grabs Primetime, kicks him up into the air, feet to the face, I guess? I don't even know what to call that one. Now, Nick Angel calling Jacob back up, but Primetime gets up before Jacob. As then he grabs him, and he ends up sending Jacob into the ropes, while Primetime now focuses his attention on Nick Angel, sets him down back onto the ring canvas. Primetime now headed over, as he grabs the weapon that Jacob pulled out. I believe that's a light tube. That may be a kendo stick, actually. Jacob with a Superman punch right to Primetime, flipping him over and stomping right on his knee. As he goes over to Nick Angel, tries to kick him in the gut, but fails. Nick Angel, leg sweep DDT. As now Primetime gets back up, Nick Angel with a face breaker to Primetime. As now Nick Angel continues his offense onto Primetime, stomping him out, making sure he can cause as much damage as he can, while Jacob slowly gets back up now. And Primetime is now bleeding, while Nick Angel does a takedown to bring Jacob to the floor, while Primetime goes down to the mat, while Nick Angel does another takedown for Jacob to the floor. Nick Angel now with what looks to be a light tube, but that also could be a kendo stick, still no idea. As now Primetime brings Nick to the ground now, just stomping on his back right now, making sure people know that he is ready for anything. Now, while Nick Angel carries, while Primetime carries Jacob, while Nick's hyping up the crowd, Primetime has a kendo stick now as he's beating down Jacob, but a drop kick right to the back of the head right now as Nick Angel sets up Primetime. Stomp right to the back of Nick Angel, but Primetime rolls out of the ring when Nick Angel climbs up to the top rope, making sure, calling Jacob up, but Primetime now either saving Jacob or making sure he can cause the pain himself, throwing Nick down. Lilith right now talking to Primetime, distracting him, while Jacob sets up for tries to go for a pedigree, but gets reversed by Nick Angel as Jacob's taken down to the floor, smacked by Primetime as Jacob rolls out of the ring now. Nick Angel gets brought down again, rolled over onto the side as Primetime rolls him back over. He starts focusing his strikes now on both of Nick Angel's knees, actually. So, this is pretty interesting. As Jacob now crawls back into the ring, watching Primetime beat down Nick Angel. As now, we have Jacob strike right to Primetime's gut, I believe. As now, clothesline, as Jacob turns his attention to Nick Angel, picking him back up, tossing him into the corner, grabbing a kendo stick, going to slam him, but fails, as Nick Angel then gets taken out by Primetime, as Primetime now is being assaulted with a kendo stick. Nick Angel now also taking that damage. Oh, now Jacob's calling for Primetime to get up. As now he grabs a kendo stick. Jacob gets knocked into the ropes. Primetime gets hit with a face breaker by Nick Angel, but Jacob gets back up. It's Nick Angel with a crossroads. And there's also Janice in the ring now. I did not even realize that. As now Jacob's just stomping after stomp right onto Primetime, causing as much pain as he can while Nick Angel's out on the ringside. Slowly recovering. Nick Angel's back up, grabs Jacob up, tossing him into the corner with no. As now Primetime tried to go for a diving attack but failed, calling Jacob back to his feet now as Nick Angel's at ringside. Tries neck breaker right to Jacob as Primetime grabs Nick. DDT. As now Primetime gets brought down to the floor, while we have Jacob climbing up to the top rope. Nick Angel is officially knocked out. Now, will Jacob be able to knock out Primetime, or will Primetime be able to knock out Jacob and reach? Who knows? Now Jacob calling Primetime back to his feet as he grabs Janice and attacks as Lilith distracts the referee right now, and she can't be barred from ringside as Jacob jumping neck breaker right onto Primetime, calling Primetime back to his feet now, setting up for another crossroads. Will Primetime reverse it? No, he does not. Jacob retains the SUW World Hardcore Championship. And next week, he is going to be facing Davey LaRusso in his Academy Championship match.
Here is your winner, Jacob the Dark Horse.
Shadows crawl where the daylight dies. 1,000 whispers, 1,000 lies. The earth cracks, the sky bends low. What you reap is what we sow.
Blood red moons and broken vows. We are the storm that time allows. The black.
Nice job on Jacob for retaining. It is time for Thiago Santos versus a mystery opponent of my choosing, who is also a newcomer to SUW, so I applaud. So, we have seen this guy here, and we know him way too well. Last week, he did not just cut a promo, he did not just take out Storm. He did not just attack Vince 6, but he has attacked almost everybody on the roster, all because, and I quote, he will not get a punch. And, like I said, until he deserves it, until he can show that he has deserved it, either on Ground Zero or on War, I don't think me and Andre are giving him one. But his opponent of my choosing, I have faith in him that he'll be able to take down the prototype here. So, as you all know, he is actually the prototype nightmare, Thiago Santos. He is a Tier 3 graduate of the Academy system. And, yeah, he's basically seen everything he does. Anyway, His opponent is someone that is the person that is teamed up with Jacob and Lilith to form the Black Remedy. From the Garden of Eden, Severus Crowley was born an outcast, unwanted and cast aside. See, he found no salvation in life. He turned into the shadow, whispers of the dark, where they always promised him, with each rejection carving scars deeper into his soul. But his vengeance remained full of malice. See, the ring name Crowley became a cathedral of his torment. From BCW, SMW, and even Impact Legacy, he carved bloody paths by not just beating opponents, but by dragging them into the darkness with him. His arsenal is twisted as his soul, such as the up and over backstabber and the glorious DDT. See, he can drive a thunderous electric chair with many different variations, even with his own. See, he's not here to be admired and cheered. He is here to remind the world that shadows are eternal, and when you see the light go out, he will be the last thing you see. So, as I told you, Severus Crowley, Jacob, and Lilith are part of a group called the Black Remedy. Nobody knows their motives, but then we also have his opposition, Neckbreaker, by the way, but his opposition that just pulled off the Neckbreaker, Thiago Santos, who has been beating down everybody who gets a title shot before him, as he says. And yeah, I just say, what the hell, bro? All I say is just, what the hell is that? But let's see here. Picking him up now, but Crowley breaks out as he knees right to the gut. Flips him around, picks him up, clothesline from Crowley to Santos, already going for the pin here. But kick out way before the referee can even get to the 1 count. Crowley now grabbing Santos and driving him into the corner as the referee's there now to force them off. Oh, a cheap shot right from Crowley, smacking Santos right in the face now as he tries to throw Santos, but Crowley reverses it, gets thrown off the ring, throws back in. My God, that was smooth as hell. That was very smooth. No pun intended, but anyway. Attacking him on the back now as Crowley gets up. Stepping right over Santos's body. As now he goes on to just roll him over. Goes for the pin. Is it already over? Putting his feet on the ropes. Doesn't even get to a 1 count yet. Crowley now striking at Santos as Santos responds with another strike. As now they're just striking back and forth. Going until whoever stops striking gets all worn out. Strike from Santos, another one from Crowley. Jacob crawls onto the turnbuckle now as he goes on to remove the turnbuckle pad. Going for the pin now. 1, 2, kick out right now. As the referee now notices the turnbuckle pad. Are they playing to cheat here? Are they playing to just keep the ref distracted right now? Crowley now picks up Santos as now he tosses him into the ropes, sending him down to the floor. What's he gonna do next? Picking him back up, grabbing him, bring him over to the corner as now he sets up, grabs him, picks him up, throws him down as he crawls up to the middle of the rope. Is it already over? Calling him back up as now Jacob's slamming the mat. Swinging neck breaker, I believe, as he goes for the pin. Is it over? 1, 2, 3. Crowley beats Santos. adding a win already to his record on his debut match.
Here is your winner.
It's time for the next match. First off, congratulations to Crowley and the Black Remedy. It's time for the next match between the Lord of Pain versus the Idol. So, this guy we have seen a little bit of on War here. The Lord of Pain, Ryan Thompson. There's not much to know about the guy, but I can tell you, based off of all the stuff I've seen him do already, something tells me he's gonna have a big career at SUW. But anyway, back to the point I'm making. He is known as the Lord of Painful. I don't know why. I said it before when he had his match. Yes, last week I believe, but do not quote me on that either. Please, just don't quote me on any of the stuff I say. But yeah, the Lord of Pain, Ryan Thompson. Enjoy. Okay, the Idol, a newcomer to War but not SUW. If you look at none other than literally this Monday, he faced off against a competitor who also made a debut match in the main event tonight. We have the Idol, Aaron Zane. Born to a working class family, he wasn't the biggest or the strongest, but he always the most determined. See, he idolized the legends in the ring, mimicking every technique on backyard mats and any gym he can get into. He wanted to become the kind of wrestler like the people he looked up to. He mixes technician plus high flying, where his presence is more than just athleticism. He embodies what fans want in a modern hero, flashy and real. So, Aaron Zane is on his debut match here. Will he be able to win it? Since he did, I believe, he did not beat Ahmed, the Egyptian, who faced off this Monday, sorry. Anyway, Aaron right now is continuing his offense on the Lord of Pain, as he already goes on with a clothesline, it looked like. Now picking up Ryan, but Ryan sweeps his legs. Picking him up, grabbing him by the foot, calling a rope break, as now Ryan slams his elbow into the face of Aaron. While Ryan calls for Aaron to get back up, Now, him picking Aaron up, setting him up for an F5 or an AA, whatever you want to call it. It can go by many names, and I mean many names. Anyway, Aaron Zane gets back up, now continuing his offense. As now running the ropes with Ryan going for the pin is over. One, kick out by Ryan. As now, Aaron goes in and locks in a submission hold. Will Ryan tap? No. Ryan does not tap. Instead, Aaron ends up breaking his own. Now, though, Ryan grabbing Aaron and headbutting him. As now he's on the rope. Oops. Calling life. Locking in his submission, but gets called a rope break by the ref. Sent out of the ring. As Ryan now stands in the ring, taunting his opponent. Letting everyone know he is going to win. He's going to put this newcomer to war to rest. Aaron now climbing up. As now, Ryan grabs him, tosses him back into the ropes. As now, here we have Ryan slamming Aaron down. Ryan climbs back up to the top now. Hits him with a splash as the cameras are flashing. Is it over? 1, 2, kick out by Aaron Zane. He is not done yet. He still plans to put up a fight. As now we have Ryan trying to go for his offense, but now they're in a continuous... Now they are striking back and forth. Over and over. There is no stop until one of them wins the striking. Who will that be? Well, it matters more who can put more power behind their punches. As Ryan takes Aaron down and goes for the pin, is he down? 1, kick out by Aaron Zane. As now Ryan goes running. Fist right to the head. DDT from Ryan. As he goes up on the top rope. As he calls Aaron Zane back up to his feet with a splash. Calling Aaron back up to his feet now. Is it over? Setting him up. Power slam. Is it over? 1, 2, 3. Ryan beats Aaron Zane. Next match is a rivalry match between none other than the Natural Steven Wilson and Davey LaRusso in a casket match, where next week LaRusso will be defending his Academy Championship versus Jacob. So, entering up first, the Natural Steven Wilson. All of you already have known this guy. He has made pretty much almost every episode before, and you've also probably heard him running his own wrestling company, REW. He made Yoga. we may be trying to do something behind the scenes. I'll elaborate more on that if I get anything else. But, and then also, he has been feuding in the RP Backstage side. Go check out our Discord if you are new or not in SUW and you want to be. He has been feuding with his opponent over some of the weirdest things, not gonna lie. But you all have seen the natural. You've seen what he can do. Will he be able to continue being him tonight?
I ain't some puppet on a line. I'm the blueprint, the warning sign. You chant the names, but deep inside, you know the truth. This ring is mine. You can dress like me. You can train like me. But there's only one natural. And you're looking at I was born for this, written in my soul. The crowd don't shine if you don't pay the toll. The lights hit hard, but I don't miss. I don't fake fate, I was born for this. I'm the natural, and I don't break. You see the goal, that's mine to take.
Next up is your Academy Championship. Or your Academy Champion, sorry. He will be making his first title next week on versus none other than Jacob. Jacob is still getting that change at the Academy. So, the rules of the Academy are as follows. You can only challenge one of them. You're probably that is how it is. Is in the main event this week. He held the title for 3 defenses. The other match, but for all 4, you enter at a 98 overall. I believe it's more than that. But the longer you hold it, the better your character is, or the better your character starts. So you're probably wondering if Jacob's the end of his Academy run, how is he holding a title? That is a unbranded title, meaning it cannot, meaning it can be held in every brand. See, if it was held, if it was something different, it would not be able to hold it. So, that's for that.
The following contest is a casket match. There are no pinfalls, submissions, disqualifications, or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent inside of the casket. After closing the casket lid shut, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner. Now, let the match begin!
So, these two have been feuding on the RP Backstage channel in our Discord. Go check the description of our channel for more info on that. But then, this is where I'm going to put an end to that already, because LaRusso has been refusing. No, not refusing, it's just he hasn't had a chance to defend his Academy Championship versus Jacob yet, and Jacob hasn't had a chance to do that. So, I don't care what happens. Next week, we're already getting LaRusso versus Jacob. Because also, if you go check out some stuff, if you also go check out his stuff on Ground Zero that we're doing at twitch.com/SantosGoesLive2K, he is doing an NPC quest right now, which enters its final arc next week, Monday, where there will be a 3-on-3 tag match with him, 2 people of his choosing, and then versus the NPC quest that he's been on, which is LJ Santos, Jay Wolf, and then one more of LJ Santos' choosing. And yeah, anyway, back to the match. as LaRusso's right now almost just got locked out of the casket, or locked in the casket by the Natural. But he was able to break free. Now Steven kicking him at the knees, all that stuff. As now he's just twisting the back of his foot. As now the Natural flips around LaRusso, kicks right into a neck breaker. As now we have Steven picking up LaRusso, grabbing him. As now we have LaRusso getting picked back up. Is he going to be thrown back into the casket? Will he be thrown back in? Yes. Will he be locked in for good? Maybe so, maybe not. But, anyway. These two, like I said, have been feuding for a long, long time. They have been doing a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean they have been doing a literal lot. They have been doing everything from name calling to a lot of other stuff. I'm not going to go too in depth. You have to go check out none other than our Discord yourself. But something else is that, like I said, LaRusso is the Academy Championship. He took it off Devin Young in a TLC match a few weeks ago at Ground Zero, and he will actually have his first official defense next week. So, that's going to be epic. It's going to be fun. And, yeah. So, anyway, back to the match. LaRusso on the ground, the Natural up high as he tries to go diving, but LaRusso gets out of the way before Steven can go down. Now, LaRusso holding his offense on the Natural while he enters the ring again, climbs up to the top rope, goes diving right onto the Natural, and now LaRusso grabs Steven, tosses him back into the ring now as he jumps out and jumps back in. Tries to slap Steven, but fails as Steven tosses him back into the casket. Will he close him in? Nope. LaRusso already is escaping, so Steven did not have time to close it up. As now they're in a game of basically cat and mouse now, while LaRusso has a shovel, while Steven goes running and tosses him headfirst right into the ring apron, while he gets the crowd hyped up right behind him. Now, here we have Steven grabbing LaRusso, setting him up, picking him up, and tossing him back down, back first. Right onto the ground, I guess. Right onto the concrete, more like it. But, anyway. Now being picked back up. As Steven gets tossed right into the steps by LaRusso. As now tossed back into the steps again, as if trying to bruise his ribs or something. While LaRusso grabs him by the arm, almost snaps it, basically. Gets tossed right up there. Is LaRusso going to force him into the casket? Yes, he is. Is it already over, folks? Is LaRusso able to close the casket? Or will Steven break free? Steven breaks free. LaRusso gets hit by the casket and is now bleeding. Gotta say, that's actually probably a first. As now LaRusso grabs another weapon, but doesn't get time to use it now. While Steven continues his attacks on LaRusso after breaking free from the casket. Setting up, running power slam right to LaRusso. As now he stomps LaRusso over and locks in a submission hold on ringside. But even if he gets LaRusso to tap, that's not how you win here. You can only win by putting your opponent in the casket. Now using the shovel on LaRusso, making sure he feels pain. I guess you could say he's the grave digger. Anyway, that was a stupid pun. Yes, I know, thank you, but anyway, as Steven now just stares down LaRusso while LaRusso slowly gets up. Steven with a spear shredding LaRusso back down, while LaRusso gets picked back up, slammed into the steel steps. As now he gets grabbed by Steven, tossed over to the other side of the casket now, while Steven grabs him and picks him up. But LaRusso breaks free, hits him with a reverse DDT. While LaRusso now picks up Steven, hits him around. What's he planning for? Neck breaker, it looked like. I believe that's a neck breaker, at least. While LaRusso goes around to grab one of his weapons that he had grabbed before previously. Maybe not. What's LaRusso planning as Steven goes running? LaRusso with the back kick to Steven, with an elbow drop right onto the neck. While a chair is grabbed by LaRusso, being used right on Steven now as the chair, as he's taunting Steven with the chair, hit with the chair now, while LaRusso climbs up to the top rope, as he hits him with a swanton bomb right off the top rope. Kick around as LaRusso grabs Steven, knee pressing him down right in, as Steven's practically begging. As now, LaRusso, another back kick right to Steven, gets picked up by LaRusso, spun around, tossed into the ring, as LaRusso picks him up. As LaRusso grabs him, stares at him down, deadly. While LaRusso just stares down, picking Steven back up slowly, just so we can hit him with a knee to the face again. As LaRusso gets tossed off into the corner. Now, while Steven gets tossed away now. LaRusso, neck breaker right to Steven. While Steven's arm is just targeted by LaRusso. As now LaRusso gets tossed, or LaRusso tosses Steven, but grabs him by the neck, fails. Steven now starts his offense back up again. Will he be able to turn this around? Right into the ring post. Now, while Steven stomps on the knee of LaRusso. Now, while LaRusso's down on the ground, Steven with a kendo stick as he goes in to swing, but LaRusso reverses it. LaRusso now with a kendo stick as he tries to attack Steven, fails, gets hit with a Superman punch. As LaRusso gets tossed around. Is it over for LaRusso? Does he have a fighting chance? Or does he not? Kick to the head by Steven. As now he grabs LaRusso and carries him. Tosses him back into the ring. As now Steven fails a moonsault onto LaRusso. While he goes for a drop kick. Curb stomp onto LaRusso. But LaRusso gets back up. A spear from Steven. Is he down for the count? Or does he still have more fight in him? While Steven grabs a kendo stick. Hits it with it once. Twice. as he now taunts LaRusso with it like he did with the shovel. Picking him back up. Grabbing him. About to toss him, but no, gets reversed by Steven. Is he locked in the casket for good? Or will Steven break out? They're both struggling here as Steven tries to break free, but LaRusso is trying to lock him in. Is he locked in? No! LaRusso fails to lock Steven in the casket while Steven gets back into the ring. LaRusso locks up with Steven again, tosses him into the corner, tosses it out to the side. What's he planning next? As now, using the shovel, beating down Steven. Now, as LaRusso, punch after punch, kicked right down to the floor with Steven as Steven jumps back up. LaRusso gets punched once, twice, 3 times onto the ring canvas, or onto the ring's floor, while Steven goes around with a shovel. He's running around, just taunting LaRusso. As now he takes the shovel, LaRusso gets back up, kick right to the head of Steven, as LaRusso grabs Steven Wilson now. Another kick to the head, as he's calling Steven back up again. As now he grabs him, tosses him in to the casket. Is this the end of the match? Will the casket be shut? Will LaRusso close it? Will it be over? Yes, it is! Davey LaRusso makes Steven Wilson rest in peace.
Here is your winner.
Congratulations to Davey LaRusso for beating the natural Steven Wilson. It is time for a main event, a new #1 contender for the War Championship.
The following contest is a gauntlet eliminator match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 superstars will start in the ring. At regular intervals, a new superstar enters the match. Eliminations can occur by pinfall or submission. The match continues until one superstar remains, and that superstar will be declared the winner!
So, entering first in our gauntlet match, Muhammad the Egyptian. He once was the people's champion. He raped his nation's flag and fought with honor. He had the height of his fame, he monitored someone young, who shared his same values as his are. They conquered tag divisions after tag divisions. But one night, when he finds his protege betraying him, both in the ring and in his personal life, his student had not only taken his wife, but also his spotlight. Soon he was booked to drop his world championship he won, and he lost everything. Stripped of his championship and exiled from his home, he left Egypt in disgrace. And now, next up is his opponent. You've seen him, I've seen him, we've all seen him. Tank Damien, who is an unstoppable force, who some call an unstoppable force, others call straight up just a unstoppable altogether, or unstoppable, just unstoppable. Because let's say he beat Hacksaw Elliott 2 weeks ago to get a spot at Lock. Sure, he did not win it, but that does not mean he plans on showing them. So as you all saw, there are 6 other men in this match that will slowly enter the ring while these two continue fighting. So, here we have Tank Damien starting his offense already, going after for a pinfall already on Ahmed. 1, 2, kick out. And we also have some newcomers in this match too. Ahmed is not the only one, so expect to see some newcomers here. I won't be telling you much of their lore because we only get 3 seconds. Anyway, entering at number 3, Tony TNT Tucker. Speaking of Tony, go check out his podcast, the Explosion Online podcast, available on Spotify, or you can also listen to transcript found on the SUW Discord. Anyway, drop kick right to the head of Tony. Now, Tank goes jumping, tries to go for what looked to be a coup de grace, while Ahmed the Egyptian is right now being tossed around. Anything that it takes, as Tank Damien does whatever it takes to become the last man standing in this match here. Since this is a #1 contender for the World Championship, we have AJ Williams coming up next. The Wounded, who did end up facing, he ended up facing someone for a chance at Lockdown. I believe he ended up losing. But, anyway, back to the opponent. So, here, anyway, Tony right now, picking up Tank right now while Muhammad has what looks to be a chair as he uses it on AJ. As now, who's our next number? We have the chosen one, Diamond Deuce. As Tank tries to go for a phenomenal forearm, but fails. As AJ hits a moonsault off the top rope. As we have our drone fly actually towards the arena, towards the proper part of the stage, so we can actually see the people come out. Anyway, the match continues, while Ahmed puts Tank in the corner, now locking up with Tony, while Diamond takes out AJ. Now, Tank gets back up, nothing but chaos, mind you, people. This person put the sign down. Anyway, next up, Devin Young, our Tier 3 graduate of the Academy system. Anyway, Right now, we're already up to number 6. There are still 2 more people to... Anyway. So. There's a lot of chaos going on here right now. Already going for a pin. One, I believe, on Muhammad, but he kicks out. Will he be able to... Who will be the first eliminated here? As we have Tank Damien now breaking Tony's fingers. While I just saw Muhammad get tossed in the back there. Devin Young's right now just dominating. Showtime, Ron Quinn, who was originally our Ground Zero United States Championship, but ended up losing it to none other than the natural Steven Austin. Sure, he didn't come out well tonight, but hey, who knows? Maybe next week. Anyway, already going for a pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Tony TNT Tucker is eliminated. Is the first one eliminated from the match. As now we have Diamond Deuce being tossed around by AJ, Devin somewhere on ring floor. We have Devin Young chucking a chair at Tank, and Hacksaw entering at number 8. So, as that was everyone, pinfall and Diamond Deuce, but only gets to the 1 count. Everyone has officially entered the ring now. So I guess Muhammad is the actual only newcomer in this match. Who knows? He may have fire in him that causes him to end up winning this. As we have Devin Young with the kendo stick now. While Showtime and AJ are locked up. While now we have Muhammad and Devin fighting. Showtime gets attacked by AJ. Tank goes for AJ then, but AJ is able to quickly notice him and goes to attack him. And now, here we have Devin Young setting up Hacksaw for a powerbomb as he tosses him down. Now here we have Devin Young setting up for a choke slam right onto Tank Damien. Going for the pin. Will he be the next one eliminated here, folks? 1, 2, 3. Tank Damien is eliminated from the match. Next up, we have Muhammad hitting a DDT right onto Diamond. Now, as Hacksaw tried to attack Devin. Now we have Muhammad trying to attack Devin, which are both where you look at them like that was a stupid idea. One couldn't get past the 1 count there. As now Hacksaw and Devin are locking up. While we get a knee to the face from Diamond to AJ. While we have Hacksaw Hacksaw being tossed into the corner. While he's now being flipped around, tossed, whatever. Muhammad gets flipped upside down by Devin Young. Showtime now, watching the chaos unfold. As now he aims for Hacksaw Elliott. Where now we have Devin switching his mindset over to AJ, while Devin still is fighting whoever, while Muhammad just tossed down Showtime. So this is very chaotic. I'm trying to put my eye on all of them. As another choke slam right onto the wounded AJ Williams. Is now 1, 2, kick out by Devin Young. And now Devin Young grabs, as Devin Young flips around Diamond as he attacks him now. Devin turns back to AJ as our drone that we have flies back to its default camera angle now. Devin grabs Diamond. Right now there's a pinfall. 1, 2. Low blow to Hacksaw from Muhammad. Kick out at 2 though by someone. As now we have Muhammad going for a pinfall on, I believe, Hacksaw. Kick out at 1. As he continues to focus on Hacksaw. Diamond gets taken out. Devin Young focuses his mindset now onto Muhammad, picking him up, slamming him down as Hacksaw tries to go for a punch right onto Muhammad, fails, as now Devin focuses on Hacksaw. AJ Williams focuses on Showtime. Diamond Deuce is now locked in the Terminator sights, as now backbreaker into a clothesline. As now we have Showtime and AJ Williams locking up while Hacksaw goes out of the ring. As he re-enters it, goes over to Devin Young, tries to start some shit with him, but can't right now as he just choke slams AJ Williams down to the ground. Pinfall 1, 2, kick out for Muhammad as I believe Hacksaw is on trying to pin him. Someone is bleeding now. I have no idea who. We have AJ Williams being dragged by Devin right now. As now Devin goes for the pin on AJ. Is it over for AJ Williams? 1, 2, kick out at 2 by AJ Williams. Devin doesn't believe it. And AJ is still in it to win it. But right as he gets powerbombed by Devin Young. Going for a pinfall 1, 2, kick out by Hacksaw. Or kick out by Showtime as Hacksaw pinned him. 1, kick out by Diamond. As now Muhammad gets grabbed by Hacksaw. Flipped around into the clothesline. As now he goes for the pin on Muhammad. 1, kick out by Muhammad. While Showtime and AJ tosses Showtime as he tosses Showtime down to the floor. 1, 2, 3. Showtime is officially eliminated from the match. As now we have Diamond and Hacksaw locking up. Muhammad, after Hacksaw got taken down to the floor, now we have Diamond and Muhammad locking up. Now Muhammad going for a pin on Diamond. 1, 2, kick out by Diamond. Now, as everyone is at ringside except for Muhammad and Diamond, who are still in the ring blowing it up. As now here we have a chair being used by Muhammad. As now he goes out to ringside to join the chaos, but immediately gets tossed back in by the wounded AJ Williams. As he grabs AJ now, bringing him over to the corner, but AJ reverses it. Diamond with the kendo stick now, trying to cause chaos as he hits AJ with the kendo stick. AJ reverses it though, as Muhammad is now picking up AJ, sending him down, while Devin right now is causing more chaos on the back at ringside. Now here we have Muhammad picking up Diamond, tossing him down, going for the pin. Is it over for Diamond, or will he have another? And Diamond Deuce is eliminated. Now it is down to Devin Young, the Terminator, Muhammad the Egyptian, the wounded AJ Williams, 2, 3. Devin Young is eliminated by Muhammad the Egyptian. Now it's down to Hacksaw Elliott, the wounded AJ Williams, and Muhammad the Egyptian. Sorry on that pause right there. Anyway, Hacksaw now stomping down on Muhammad as the referee's knocked out. As now with what looks to be Janice, Hacksaw using Janice, but gets reversed by AJ now, who now has Janice, and takes Hacksaw down to the floor as he goes for a pin on Hacksaw. Is it over for Hacksaw? 1, kick out by Hacksaw now, while Muhammad gets picked back up and now being attacked on by the wounded AJ Williams. Super kick from Hacksaw on to AJ. As now Hacksaw climbs up, pulling some old school fails the leg drop as AJ grabs him, tosses him into the corner, sets him up as he goes into one side, drop kick into the other, as now Muhammad gets hit by AJ, tossed right down onto his head. 1, 2, kick out by Muhammad as AJ does not believe it, as he now picks up Hacksaw and now continues beating him down as as Muhammad gets back up. We have AJ attacking Hacksaw still, not even focused on Muhammad. Now as AJ picks him up, tombstone right onto his head, as now Muhammad grabs AJ, picks him up, slams him down onto his feet. Muhammad going for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. It is officially a one-on-one now. The winner of this will become the #1 contender next week for the War Championship. Is it over for Ahmed? 1, 2, kick out by Ahmed. As now a kendo stick grabbed, used, beating down on Ahmed. As now he reverses, tosses him into the rope, picks him up, power slams AJ down. Is it over? 1, 2, 3. Ahmed is your new #1 contender for the War Championship versus Vince 6 next week. Congratulations to Muhammad. Wait a minute, that's Thiago Santos. Is he planning to do what he did to Malik and Vince? Interested on where that story is going? Check out the Discord, link in the description. War next week, or even go check out Ground Zero, twitch.com/Santos Goes Live. I'm your general manager, Silas Creed. Thank you for watching War.
Collide, the ground shakes beneath. Victory surprised defeats of faith. No fuck